Hey guys, I'm Dmitry with Haro Canucks, and we're here at the Dell event where they have a lot of enterprise solutions, but one of the things that interests us and obviously our viewers is consumer grade products. So they'll be showcasing some of their latest releases here, so let's go check out some of their latest Ultrabooks, take a look at the beastly Alienware 18 laptop, and actually I'm reviewing the Alienware 17, so that's coming shortly, but right now let's go and take a look at some of the things that really should be interesting us and should be coming out near in the future. So let's go. All right, so one of the cool things we saw at this Dell conference is this little guy. This is the XPS 11, and it's pretty unique because this is the resolution of 2560 by 1440. On an 11-inch screen, it is actually quite incredible because everything looks so tiny. You actually have to be this close to the screen in order to actually read what's in that search bar. You guys can certainly tell what's going on over here, but it is a unique way to interact with your machinery, I guess, and very difficult to actually be going to type something in. Obviously, you can lower the resolution to get appropriate reading levels, but on an 11-inch screen, it is definitely unique. Another cool thing about this little Ultrabook slash notebook is this keyboard. It is a capacitive keyboard, which is actually a little bit difficult to type on, to be honest. Initially, I was thinking that maybe it sort of has a touch feel interface, but it doesn't. You actually have to physically jam your finger into the button in order for it to register. But there's nothing in there to give you the feedback that you've actually pressed the button. So it's not the most comfortable keyboard to type on, and it's actually a lot more difficult because you have to literally just press your finger in there for the button to register. But also another cool thing about this is, actually it is also touch. I'm not sure if I've showcased that, but there we go. This is also a 2-in-1 sort of like a notebook slash tablet. It's not extremely light for this form factor, but and it's also, there's nothing to kind of hold this keyboard in place, so it's not the most comfortable of tablets in there, like 2-in-1s. And also the keyboard is disabled while it's in this mode. So yeah, it is definitely a unique product. Absolutely not for everybody. In terms of connectivity, let's see. Actually, look how thin this thing is. It's very thin, 11-inch notebook. So we have a USB, HDMI, headphone, and we have speakers sort of on the sides. So it's a much better thing than having speakers on the bottom. And there you go. This is the XPS 18 from Dell. Very unique 2-in-1 slash capacitive keyboard with extremely high resolution display on this very tiny 11-inch form factor.
All right, guys, so it's Matt here at the Dell event with Haro Canucks, and right now we're going to take a look at the XPS 15 Testarossa. Now, this notebook is extremely powerful, and I mean, it kind of comes with the name, with the XPS name. Now, one of the things that is really important about this laptop, it actually uses the i7 processor, so it's a quad core with multi-threading. As well, it's got 16 gigs worth of RAM and a NVIDIA 750 mobile GPU. Now, one of the biggest selling features about this notebook is actually the fact that it uses an 1800p display. Now, this means that it's got 32 by 1800 pixels. The density is very, very tight, so the quality of the screen and the color reproduction of the screen is fantastic for what you're getting for the device. Another thing as well too is that it has plenty of connectivity, including USB, DisplayPort, as well as HDMI, and quite a few other features that we'll go into a little bit detail later on. So let's just take a quick look. As well as you can see that it does have a front-facing webcam and a capacitive touchpad. The keys are still give a little bit of feedback, but it's what you would expect from a notebook. I mean, it's not going to have MX Cherry switches on it, but it still gives you quite a good amount of feedback, so it's got that tactile feel that you would want. The screen is incredibly vibrant. It looks fantastic. That's the only way I can really explain it. Outside of that, this is the XPS 15 Testarossa, and keep on checking back for more. Okay, guys, so we were taking a look at one of Dell's newest offerings, and I think that this is going to be one of the biggest successes they've had for the Christmas season coming up. And the reason why? Well, it's this little guy right here. We're looking at the Inspiron 11, so it's an 11-inch notebook, but the biggest and most important thing about this notebook is that it's touchscreen. And the price, $399. So this is going to compete directly with other books that are priced similarly in the market. But the biggest feature is that it's a touchscreen and it uses the AMD A6 APU and 4 gigs worth of RAM and a 500 gig hard drive. So guys, if you want to see more from Dell and more from what we got from me today, just keep on watching.
All right, so another cool thing we discovered here at Dell conference is this Inspiron 23. Now, you guys have, you know that we've taken a look at the XPS 18, which is the all-in-one 18 sort of tablet slash all-in-one desktop. But this is an actual all-in-one desktop. This is not a tablet type of computer where you cannot take it off the dock. But what's cool about it is it's 23-inch, and it's the world's thinnest 23-inch AIO. That's actually quite impressive. You got very clean edges, kind of aluminum frame, and it's actually very thin as well, which is for a compact system, for compact spaces, that's the best way to go, really. The awesome thing about this computer is the base. I think the base and this articulating arm, because you can lower this to this angle, to this degree, and there you go. It's completely flat, horizontal, so you can do things with it. I definitely find use in this scenario. If you are working from home, for example, and you'd like to be standing, this is going to be a very good interface for like your work environment. I could see that to be a very useful thing. We have a front webcam. It's a touch interface, of course, 1080p display. Bringing this back up, it is very stiff at the moment. It's a pre-production model, but I do like that because it's not going to be shifting if you accidentally touch it. So you do have to be working with this with 2 hands in order to adjust the screen. The speaker is located inside the base, so that's a cool thing because from Dell we've seen some speakers sort of in the very awkward positions that don't really work. I do like the speakers right there, so it's going to be directing audio towards you. And one thing that I do think that this computer is lagging is in connectivity. So the connectivity is actually all at the back, so we have power. And the thing is, this doesn't have a battery built in, so it has to be powered on all the time in order to actually be in use. And it only has 2 USB ports, which is very limiting, I would say. But they do come with Bluetooth mouse and keyboard, mouse and keyboard, and that's a good thing that is included with this computer. So this is the Inspiron 23. Go head on over to Dell.com for all the information and configurations. And now we have the big Alienware 18, so let's go and check that out. Alright guys, this is the big one. This is the Alienware 18. I'm sorry we're gonna have to tease you about this configuration because they definitely brought out the most beefy system you can get. Alienware 18 starts about 2K all the way up to 5K, so depending on your configuration you can go up to this insane machine. So specs wise, this is 780M SLI, dual GPUs, dual 780s in there, absolutely amazing. It's got a quad-core 4930MX CPU, so clocked at 3 GHz. Again, it's going to be an absolute powerhouse, 32 gigs of RAM, and most importantly, actually, well, not most importantly, but one of the selling features is this Intel RAID 0 for 512 gigabyte SSDs, for a total of almost a terabyte of storage, and RAID 0 for SSDs. Absolutely insane. So this is an 18-inch 1920 by 1080p resolution. Will be running any game at the highest ultra specs, absolutely no problem. Now Alienware is focusing with this system to be sort of a desktop replacement. I'm sure this is not going to be a mobile gaming solution for you. For example, if you travel a lot and you need a gaming machine, this is going to be sort of out of the question because it's way too heavy. It's kind of bulky as well. But this is a desktop replacement with style. So one of the cool things is Alien effects. As you can see, we have lighting strips all at the bottom. You have 4 zones for the keyboard in total, so you can actually configure them, each individual zones. Again, something fancy, Alienware logo in here. You can change every single LED colors on this computer. Quite insane for gaming as well. Alienware Effects is sort of a cool thing integrated into the laptop because it interacts with your game. So it's a custom API they built to interact with game. So if your health is low, this is going to be flashing red. If you're totally fine, for example, it'll be green. And they work with a lot of games. Unfortunately, right now we are not aware what games that are supported, but we are aware that there'll be more than 50 titles that are supported with Alien Effects. The trackpad is also lit up. Right now it's disabled, but it's a kind of a cool looking machine, but it's also a huge I mean, the amount of power it packs into this package is absolutely incredible. So if you guys want to check out more information about this, we will have Alienware 17 review coming out shortly, but this is the 18. Go on the website, check out what type of configurations you have, and let us know what you think of this type of configuration. Is this like the ultimate gaming system you can have, probably for the money and like in a mobile form factor. So thanks guys for watching. This concludes our coverage with this Dell Enterprise, kind of like all these new gadgets and all these cool little things that we get to try with. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.